Hey guys, I'm Rob Bass, and above my head, I hope, is a Loot Crate box. Upper right side, we have Chuck Suffle, the guy who's got the Loot Crate box in hand. And the guy to this side of me is Carlos Phoenix. And we're here, we're doing a little blab, and I hear an echo in the background of like TV that's driving me crazy. But we'll let that
Oh,
go.
that's
that's
on your end.
My bad, yeah.
You know, people, families, things, doing things. You know how it goes.
Oh, that's great. And what we're doing today, right now, as you can see, we're doing a live blab. We're going to do a toy review live. What an odd concept to do something live for you with toy-related objects. And I'm here because that's the thing I do. I do that.
Well, now, Rob, question: have you ever seen a Brick Loot before? Have you done a Brick Loot box yet?
I am an affiliate with them.
Okay.
So I made that face like I think I am. I know I set up an affiliate account with them. They were supposed to send me a box, but they only have a limited amount of boxes they give out for free.
True.
So eventually,
I'm actually a subscriber. I am a subscriber. So let me give you a little background on the company first before we crack it open. Brick Loot's been around a year and change.
Just about.
It was its concept of a 9-year-old, a big Lego fan, who decided he wanted to do something Lego oriented. So his mother and he got together and brainstormed this idea that they would get Lego and Lego-like products and set up a subscription format. The problem is that they don't really get Lego products. They're all Lego-like products. They're all third
Lego
party.
related.
So a lot of China, a lot of China vendors, a lot of interesting stuff. Now I've been getting it for it's my 4th box. I did it because I don't feel you can have enough Legos in your house. Until your house is actually made of Legos, then maybe you have enough. I'm not quite there yet. I'm getting there. It's an interesting concept. I think we'll get into the box, and I think you'll see where the issues lie. Carlos, any Lego experience, Carlos?
No, I'm Latino.
Am I allowed to make a joke about that, or I have to let it go?
I'm not touching that one. I'm just not touching that one. No, we're not going.
The only bricks is the ones on the other side. That's the best I got. Sorry.
You're telling me that this kind of brick doesn't interest your people? Is that what you're telling me?
I can't build a house with that. What am I supposed to do with that? You crazy.
So, all right, every month you can sign up for a single month, 3-month, or like 6-month.
Basically, the standard blind box,
standard
surprise
loot
package
box kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this one comes with, hey, Legos. You know, that's why they call it Brick Loot. So let's take a look. I'm going to crack the box open. You guys can see the pack is always the same.
Exciting.
Isn't it? It's the unboxing. Not really. I did take the liberty of slitting the box open first because I'm not sitting here with a box cutter trying to show you guys stuff. The box is always full. I will say that. No matter what, they fill it. But it's what they fill it with sometimes. What they send you, let me get the glare off. I'm going to have to go slow here, is multiple kits based on a theme. This month was construction gear.
Okay.
But if you notice, Rob, do you see the kit isn't exactly a Lego construct? See where I'm going?
Okay. Yeah.
It's not.
Now, I also see that Brick Loot actually has their logo on these packages.
They do, because they have found a Chinese supplier that will put these kits together for them. I don't know who's doing the designs. There is one company that does the designs, one that does some of them, and then there's another company that does others. So these come out of China, standard, like Lego-like packaging. Again, kind of almost reminds me more of Mega in a way.
Right. And now, being that the port sizes around the board, it can fit with Mega Blocks, it can fit with like.
Oh yeah, they're completely compatible. These are completely Lego compatible brick sets. I mean, there's nothing I can't build with these. And that honestly is probably the biggest draw for me, because even if I don't like the set, I'm getting 300-400 pieces that are going to go into my collection after I'm done messing around with this. But let's what this box specifically had this month. They always throw you a card with all the stuff in it, what's inside September.
Right.
You know, your standard packaging in that. What did they give us today? Yeah, so it's a construction set. It came with 3 vehicles. This is the other exclusive build set that we'll get into in a second. This is the one that they contract themselves. Parker, the CEO, is involved in it. There's usually a figure, which that in itself is worth, what, $7-8? There's always a light of some kind, always a brick light piece. Sometimes battery operated, sometimes like this one's USB. And what else did they throw in? They started doing these cards. Did they give us another card? They started doing baseball cards, collector cards. about Lego, which is like to me hysterical because I just these are like they're cards that profile Lego builders or Lego companies, and it's just kind of weird to think that these are actually celebrities on some level. And here you go. Okay, so all these were basic Lego kits this week, right? This month rather, all just basic Lego builds. But then they'll throw in something like a card for Roblox, just a product placement card that has nothing to do with this month's kit.
Is there at least a discount code or something with them?
Nothing I'm seeing. This is a community, a building community.
Okay, so it's kind of like that.
Yeah, there's a code on here for something, but for what
it can't just be nothing. They gotta give you.
I know. No, believe it or not,
like they don't give me anything.
This is what I'm saying.
Just try it with anything you buy.
Exactly. Just look at this. But if you look at the sort of, I don't want to say quality because it's not quality. The brick quality is Lego brick quality.
The packaging.
But the build themselves, the packaging is weak, and the builds themselves are weak. They're not up to Lego standard. That's not a Lego construction vehicle.
Right.
See where I'm going up? It's not.
Right.
But
like
again,
you said, it seems much more similar to like a Mega Bloks or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
it's
kind of the problem.
It's not all just bricks. It's actually got parts that are just used to make that set.
Oh, well, I will say, if you're a Lego fan, the reason you will want this is because this specific piece, which is a double fender for a 2x8,
mm-hmm.
is not easy to get. You don't find it in every set. You don't find it on like the build wall at your local Lego store. I hate this camera. I'm changing this camera ASAP. But it's one of those pieces that if you have it, you can use it, and you can use it for a lot of different things.
Well, that's the thing about Mega Bloks is the same thing, where you can take their parts that are made for other things and then use it with the Legos.
You wind up getting some rare or at least some interesting pieces that you can use with other sets.
Right.
But is that worth, $25-$30 a month?
Now, they don't do like a T-shirt deal every so often or nothing where they kind of like have a special...
I've got a T-shirt. I got a hat once. I got a Brick Loot hat.
So they do have like some like things you can rock.
In fact, hang on one second. This is something else. This was the other thing that bothered me. I would say this month's box is probably one of the most Lego-centric and one of the best Lego-like boxes, because in the past we wound up with stuff like the Brick Lot.
What is that?
It's a digital watch with a Lego-like strap. Because what child doesn't want?
You know what though? That's cool. That's at least they're keeping the theme, but they're bringing other items in it.
It's eBay cool, pal. It's eBay
cool. Hold on. You're coming from a perspective of a guy who was a bitter, angry Lego guy. Understand that Brick Loot never says they're just Lego based. They're a brick building supply thing, and I think that's a cute object.
But come on,
that's cute. You're not gonna rock it, but it's cute. That's something you keep it if you're working in the office.
The other thing they tend to throw in,
keep it on your desk. That's what that's.
The other thing they tend to throw in is they throw in nano blocks. Often, you'll get 1 or 2 nano block sets, which have their own following, and I don't really think.
Yeah, I don't think Lego fans or Mega Block fans are Nano Block fans. It's definitely different.
We're definitely not. Nano Blocks, Carlos, are literally
they're Legos for ants.
Yeah, they're microscopic comparatively speaking.
Yeah,
to Legos.
They're very tiny.
You use tweezers to take them back apart if you screw up. Tweezers. All right. Anytime I got to use tweezers, we got a problem.
Well, they started off like when I was in Japan last year. I went to Tokyo Skytree, and they actually had a Nano Blocks huge display, and they had just tons of stuff you could build. But like once you started going with it, you could tell it's not the same thing as Lego. It's their own thing,
There's a Lego piece and a Nano Blocks piece. If you can make out the yellow Lego piece, which is not like in the light.
Right, there's a size difference, obviously.
Yeah, night and day. I mean, I could probably integrate these into a Lego kit in some kind of build, but they're not going to be something I'm going to use often. And when my son touches them, they fall apart.
Right. They're not meant to be played. They're not
a robust building equipment. Now, again, I'm very surprised. I'll be honest. I was pretty much done with Brick Loot after the last couple months. But this is just probably about, I want to say, 450 pieces of Lego. So after we get through the builds and he messes with them for a little while, I'll have parts, that I can use in better builds, because we build crazy stuff in my house. Oh, no, I have that house. I had never told you a story, Carlos. One day, my 9-year-old, my 5-year-old and I were in the playroom, and my 9-year-old said, "Dad, what's that thing at the front of the place that the guy stands at when he talks. And I said, a lectern, a podium? She goes, yeah. How can I build one out of Lego? Let's see. And we fell down on the floor, and it took us 10 minutes, and we figured out how to build a podium. Because that's what Lego is for. You know what I mean?
No,
Lego's
like a life-size podium?
No, I'm not crazy. No, it was for her. It was for her fingers, for her to play with. That's the point. That's the whole point of Lego, that you can do stuff like that with Lego. That there's no other toy that you can really just take it and say,
I'd build one just for me to stand in front of.
Yes, but that's because you need one all the time. You would like it with wheels, motorized. Like you need a Segway that has a podium attached to it, so you can just go around speaking to the masses.
A Lego microphone, a Lego stand, a Lego tie.
Back to the brick loot for a second. This exclusive build that they put out is probably the best part of their packaging. It's light. The builds aren't great, but the directions are good. And again, the pieces are good, and the packaging's nice because you can see they're doing it for themselves. These builds come from Brick Builders Pro, which is a site that does custom Lego kits. And again, if you notice, it's not even really a full building. It's sort of an impressionistic building of sorts. But no, because there's kind of ceilings and walls, kind of.
I do have a question for you. Have you seen the Walking Dead brick
Lego
stuff? Well, not Lego.
Oh, that's Mega Bloks, yeah.
No.
It's McFarlane toys.
McFarlane makes.
I saw them at Toy Fair. Yeah, it's actually.
I saw one today.
Yeah.
It was Rick Grimes with 2 different arms that you can choose from.
That is severe hobby level stuff. Like that's again not something that a Lego fan necessarily is going to jump into.
The sculpting is phenomenal, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gorgeous. They're gorgeous. They're action figure level, and you sculpt. That's the kind of thing you build it, and like you were saying before, Rob, you put it on your desk.
No, but you know what? It's actually playable. I've actually seen them take it in a video and they try freaking do a stop animation with it, and it looks great.
But for stop animation, but what 9-year-old, 8-year-old, 7-year-old is going to use this as a playable?
Hold on, wait. When I was 9 years old, I was trying to do stop animation. I did. I didn't have toys that weren't even articulated enough to do, and I was trying.
You can use the stop motion applications available on iPhone and iPad to make an awesome animation.
I bought my 9-year-old the Stickbot. Stickbot's great. She's been using it for like 2 weeks now. She loves Stickbot. Hello. Say hello to his little friend. Who is this?
This is let's see.
Some random head. Bring me the head of a.
This is actually a sculpture that's used for toys, like what you like to talk about and collect. And that's one of the orcs.
Was that made out of wax?
No, I don't really know because I didn't sculpt it. It's actually done for I forget the name of the toy company that was doing the Lord of the Rings figures. But this is actually.
Yeah, it might have been
Toy Possibly.
No,
I work for so many toy companies, I don't even know which one is which. But sometimes, I get to do is draw turnarounds, which Pineda used to do. And then sometimes we get to keep some of these actual sculptures.
If I find out you have any Captain America things like that in your house, I might have to hurt you.
I'm not saying anything.
Captain America fan.
If he pulls out Captain America right now, I might have to hurt you.
And then this one I worked on one of the Batman
Kenner?
films doing.
That was
No.
Kenner, or was that was
No, this is actually for behind the scenes stuff. When we're doing illustrations for the film for the film companies, when we're doing paintings for like all the toys and puzzles.
The packaging stuff, the packaging artwork.
That's right.
What's his name? Earl Norm used to do stuff like that. Alcala used to do stuff like that as well. That's pretty cool.
I would love a song about me, but I don't know if you know enough about me to write a song about me.
I'd be afraid to write a song about you. I would be afraid of anyone writing a song about you.
Now I completely didn't. I was like,
oh no, I read it and I said I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I'm a little nervous.
But Shelton, I appreciate it.
Honestly, I would honestly love to hear a
The genre.
Phoenix song. No, I care less about the genre. It could be on a kazoo.
For Carlos, it would have to be. I think reggae. I think Carlos needs a reggae song about him.
I want a kazoo. I want the spoons, and I want.
I love you.
Rob, any song about you, Rob, would have to be written by Tiny Tim. Okay.
Any song? No, Spike Jones. Spike Jones.
Hold on. So let's see. I'd probably do it either comic book themed, or a film themed because that's the stuff I used to work on.
Yeah.
How about a No Doubt?
Ska style, like a real ska style.
Hey, look, you're the one that's writing the song, so I'm cool.
You're the musician, as I like to say. Let's say so. Back on this brick loot for one weird second.
My apologies.
Go back on the thing that we were supposed to be about.
That light kit, by the way, was a downlight. It was actually a 4 LED downlight, USB downlight. So now that's a really cool idea, but application in a build, like what?
You're not creative enough for it. That's the problem. Make it work. Make it.
Dude, that's so you can connect it under the car.
Yeah.
I know you have a light kit, like when you're cruising on the boulevard.
No, you can actually take that.
No,
if you build a house,
you
can make it
car.
a drop. No, build a Lego house and make that one the drop light.
Well, there's a completely off-topic comment that I can't believe you may not have heard of, Carlos. There's a guy doing a film about Francis Lewis Boulevard called Cruise. Yeah.
As long as it's based on the 80s and 90s.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Oh, that'd be hot. I don't know where he's gonna get the footage from.
There was a short film about the guy who died due to the oil slick. Remember that? There was a guy who lived on Freddie. Yeah, there was a short about that, and this filmmaker decided he was doing a full-length feature on it. And then it sounds like he's losing the drag racing aspect a little bit for more of the culture of Franny Lou, which is hysterical in my opinion. Can't wait. And this is supposed to be a feature film, so I cannot even imagine what he's going to do this on. But if any of us are mentioned, I'll crack up because we knew too many people down there.
It's Francis. It's Fast and the Furious on Francis Lewis Boulevard.
Exactly. Francis Lewis Boulevard, Rob, is a strip out in Queens that runs by Cunningham Park. It's over
just
by,
because I'm in Brooklyn, don't think I don't know what you're talking about.
No, if you're not in Brooklyn, you are Brooklyn.
I am Brooklyn. I'm on the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad. It's
Oh, don't bring him back. Come on. We talked about him in ages. That was a great review, by the way. So, yeah, again, I am such a Lego fan that I can't really put this stuff down. I want to say I wish they had more complexity. I think the age group, most Lego kits in this level are for 7 to 9, and this is not 7 to 9. This is my 5-year-old burns through this stuff, and I mean burns through it. And the directions aren't even that good. It's just a matter of knowing what the stuff is and how it works. Once he gets his hands on it, he doesn't stop.
You know what? It's sometimes having different stuff like the laser pegs and things like that. You can incorporate them like very well. Just, you have to be more creative. What made me mad about laser pegs, which is another brick building company, and they tried to be more like on the electronic side, is that they had all clear pieces, and I'm like,
yeah, which is impossible. Well, that's my my Mega Bloks. That's my issue with Mega Bloks Halo stuff. In fact, they use all these dark colors that are
it's also Halo. So.
Yeah, I know, but it's when every color is a mottled green, every piece is mottled green. After a while, you just start to lose your mind.
Nothing is worse than laser pegs because clear pieces make me angry. Clear pieces make me so angry because I was doing a review and I lost some on the floor, and I found them by stepping on them. So yeah, that was the worst part about it. Now they're tinted in different colors.
When I have someone over with an iPhone, I will put up a blab and we will walk through the toy room downstairs, and I will show you the levels of insanity that have taken over my home in reference to Lego. I have a room that used to be a toy room, which we now call the Lego room.
It's not officially the Lego room.
It's just, that's really all that's there is Lego. It's pretty sad, and my wife slowly but surely is losing her mind. And will probably bury me in Lego, and no one will ever find it.
It's a Lego coffin.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You just need a couple more. Now that's why you have to keep using the brick loots, because you know what? It'll be cheaper than a coffin.
Well, this is it. Again, I had gotten into this habit with my kids of stopping in a Lego store every couple of weeks and getting a pick-a-brick. Because why not? It's $8, it's $15. You get a bunch of bricks, you use them in builds, you get some ideas from them. But then this company popped up, and I said, well, maybe this is a better way to go about it.
And now, currently, they're the only brick-based subscription box. So
yeah, they're the only game in town. I am very surprised that Lego hasn't jumped in and said, oh yeah, well, we can do it better. Sort of like Marvel.
Lego does not care.
Well, they don't have to. First of all,
exactly, they're above it. Mattel was feeling the pressure for like collector base, right? So that's where Matty Collector came from. Hasbro always had the Transformer Club or the G.I. Joe Club, and that was for collectibles, collectors only. Yeah. But when it comes to the subscriptions, it was first like Loot Crate, Nerd Block, and now Brick Loot, and then we have Geek Fuel. There's like 20 others, but now Marvel has their own. Marvel has their own subscription blind box. Wizard World, which is a part of Comic Con Box, does their own subscription box, which is they were supposed to send me one too. I don't know what's in it. It's pretty much what you'll find in a Loot Crate, but it's because it's all comic books.
See, I never did any of those. The only other one I did was Hero Crate, and even though I got a month that I really loved, it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I was still not impressed enough to do it again.
There is actually a Turtles blind box.
Is there?
They have their own.
Like just Turtles every month?
Yes. It's a Turtles pack.
Live Turtles.
No, Teenage Mutant Ninja. like the ninja kind. Like the ninja kind.
Not that far out. We haven't lost you yet, have we? We haven't really lost you from pop culture, have we? You remember the Turtles? No?
I just watched the movie last week.
Oh, don't do that to me.
So as you can see,
I just saw the movie last week.
That was like a
movie
3-minute build.
Look at that.
Right?
The last
About a 3-minute build.
I liked it, actually.
It's cute, but again, it's not a Lego.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a Lego. No.
Vehicle. Just not. Lego does much more detail work than this. They're more realistic than this. But again, I look at this and yeah, you're right, Rob. It is a matter of imagination. Because I look at this and go, okay, we'll make this into like a moon buggy or something. Charlie will have spacemen in it, exploring. Yeah. Charlie's my 5-year-old.
You gotta show him the old Atari game Moon Patrol, and then that is gonna rock.
Yeah, right.
Just for 1 second though, the Turtles movie. All you need to watch is the last 30 minutes. I had enough duck lips in that movie kill me. That movie killed me so bad. Megan Fox duck lips killed me so much. Last minute, he's like, "You killed my father?" It's just all duck lips the whole time. I was like, "Oh my god!" Then I was watching that TV show, Mr. Robot, and I think the chick who's the wife of one of the crazy characters on the show would be a better Megan Fox than Megan Fox, because she can actually act. And she can do the duck lips if you want. If that's necessary.
There is absolutely no reason in the world for Megan Fox to act. She doesn't need to. It's not what she's there for. Leave it alone.
No. How stupid of me.
I mean, she's all thumbs.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. It's so bad. But then again, she's not doing Shakespeare, so it's holy crap.
Yeah, you would assume. I mean, even one of us could probably read those lines.
So here's my question on brick-related stuff. We've already seen movies for like Battleship, which was a board game. We saw movies going. When do you think they're going to do a Lego movie? Like honestly, not like a Lego. No. I don't mean Lego toys used with like superhero characters, and not like the Lego movie with like actual like Will Ferrell crap. I'm actually talking like with the Lego blocks of real life.
Like,
they
actually did. You look around,
like Pixels, like the movie Pixels.
Well, if you you mean a live action? Because if you look around on Netflix,
no. Because remember, in Hollywood, cartoons don't count.
Okay, see, I disagree. I think when it's Lego, it's pretty much got to be cartoons. I don't see how you'll ever do.
No, Hollywood tell you differently. The Lego movie did good.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah. But I just feel I don't see. I mean, even Pixels wasn't really a video game movie. It was a movie using video games as characters. You know what I mean? It wasn't
My thing is, I want to see a movie where Liam Neeson gets all angry.
Whoa, you are breaking up wacky.
Me?
You're like all over the place. Yeah, you're like, whoa, all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, that could be your connection, buddy. Get Liam Neeson to take bricks, and he's all acting serious, and he's building blocks. We have to build a gun to take out the alien. The other guy, like, will have, like, like James Franco, why not holding, like, a map of, like, all the pieces? Like, all right, no, that block doesn't go there. And
I need a single stud gray. I need a single stud gray, or the world ends.
It was like when someone was doing that, like that, when Adult Swim did that joke about like Tetris, and it's like another line piece, another line. Like, you are mad.
I don't think it'll happen, to be honest. I really don't. I don't see it.
Yeah. Lego's making enough money as is.
They make too much money. I think they make too much money doing animated Lego films. I think they have too good a following already.
I mean, they're individual Legos are just Legos. They're not owned by anybody, so they got their own thing. Like they're honestly
that's the point. Yeah, they're an independent company. And they're a smart independent company. They keep their stuff to themselves. They don't let people get their hands on it. And they're the only company to hold as many licenses as they do. To make films with these characters. They can literally use any. Yeah, well, they make the deals. And people know to do it because it's Lego, and it's going to make money, and it's going to raise awareness, and it's going to make the Dimensions. I can't wait for Dimensions. It's going to be
Lego
a damn video.
Is the only company that is actually sold literally around the world. Honestly, on their own, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay,
I was going to say, Carlos, do you know why there were never any olive drab bricks in Lego? Never any dark green bricks in Lego? When Lego was conceived, the creators did not want them used for military purposes. They didn't want you to make military vehicles with Lego. So they didn't include military colors. And only when Desert Storm rolled around did the desert camo kind of look come in. And they still don't make kits that reflect that. They never did, and they never will. That's kind of their stance. That's why you have Mega Bloks. That's why you have that kind of stuff. Because those companies saw a way to jump in and do other things. Lego would never touch a Halo license because they don't want it. They don't want to do guns. They don't want to do war. It's interesting that they've stuck around this long without selling out, in that respect.
Yeah. Well, they were getting flack for making pink bricks and making girly friendly, but they don't realize there's a demand.
Well,
they got lightsabers and laser guns.
Yeah, you can argue pink and blue toys till you're blue in the face. The fact is, when my daughter was little, she still gravitated towards pink. And then when she hit a certain age, she stopped. So there's always going to be a market. There's always going to be parents who go that way. There's always going to be kids that go that way.
Let them play what they want. Yeah, I hate it. Everybody, when they go and show that ad from the 70s with this little girl and she's playing with blocks and it's not pink. Big deal. But let me ask you a question. When I was growing up as a kid, when Legos were getting really were super big, no girl I knew ever played with a Lego when I was a kid. They'll tell you they did. Show me.
No, I had about 30. I was one of about 25, 30 cousins, and none of the girls played with Lego. None of them played with Lincoln Logs.
In fact, none of my cousins even had Legos to begin with that were boys, so forget about it. Because they would have eaten up bricks and died like dumbasses. But honestly, what drives me crazy. But what drives me crazy is
Rob.
I try my best. But what drives me crazy is that
somebody's been using it.
Who's yelling at you, Carlos? Why are people yelling at you? Stop yelling, I'm blabbing.
I'm blabbing. We don't yell when we blab.
See Rob though again,
Yeah, it's an easy build. What is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be a forklift?
Forklift.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of a forklift.
It looks like a forklift.
But it doesn't lift. It doesn't lift. Now again, I'm not saying my kids won't love this stuff. I'm saying as a Lego person, as somebody who likes to build and likes kits, this stuff is definitely not worth the $30. For what you get in the box, it is worth the replayability, the down the line use,
right?
Because you're not going to find this stuff anywhere else. There is a website where you can order pretty much any Lego you want, but it just it's the cost is prohibitive. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, still for $25, you got a
23 if you're ordering in bulk. Oh yeah, and again, every time I say I'm done, every time I say that was my last one, I don't cancel the subscription.
Because you think about this, even if you break it down, $5 a little kit, and how many kits you got there? You got 3 of them?
3 boxed kits, 1 plexi kit, one blister pack kit, and
even
a light brick. And the light brick itself, you're not going to get for less than $8.
Right.
These light bricks, you're never going to get.
You're getting your money's worth in bricks, because even for the bootleg wannabe versions, they're still at least $5 a pop. So you're getting.
Oh God, yeah.
So
you go into deals or when you go into Family Dollar or deals, you're still paying $8-10 for a set.
Right.
And those sets don't have as many as these, and they're not as well.
No, actually, these are way better than the ones I see at the dollar store or the $5 store. So.
Which that's what I was doing to get extra Lego for a while there. Just walk in and buy something cheap, nasty, 99 cents to a set. Carlos, we got to get you into Lego somehow, brother. You need to
I've got to the Lego store in Manhattan, and then I look at the prices, and I'm like, why? Goodbye.
Those kits are massive. Yeah.
For people in the audience and friends of mine and family that need to know this, never buy Lego from a Lego store. Never, ever, 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 ever.
And not buy Tom Square. Not for Rock Center either.
Exactly, and never buy it from Toys R Us.
No.
Find the set you want in Toys R Us, go over to Kmart, and buy it for about $15 less. $15 less. An $85 set is $65 in Kmart. If you have the time to order it online, you can do even better. Toys R Us says they price match, but I have a problem with that. I think price matching, if you'll pardon my language, is bullshit. If you're telling me, so if I didn't notice that it was cheaper somewhere else, I'll pay your highway robbery prices. But if I catch you, I'll cut it down.
Thank you. I love any store that does it. That's my favorite.
And I actually did that. I have over by me. I have a Toys R Us and a Kmart side by side. And I bought a toy in Toys R Us. Was in Kmart. Realized it was cheaper in Kmart. Returned it to Toys R Us. I was like, but wait. And I'm like, no, dude, no. You lost that sale because you ripped me off. You're done. I'm going next door. You know, I don't understand that. And I was in retail for years, and I just don't get it.
I can explain it to you, but, you know.
Suggested retail price. And that's
I get it. I get it in the idea.
You know, when we go to Toy Fair, it says suggested between this price and this price. You always
and, you know, you can always go to the hood and get stuff cheaper because rent is really cheap in the hood.
Also, there won't be no Legos in the hood anymore. I'm not going to find it.
These are two stores next door to each other in the same mall.
But the other side of the mall is where the hood hangs out.
Right now. No, it's called Kmart. Kmart has a better. Kmart and stores. Okay, when I was at Toy Fair, and I know as I was listening on the conversations of the guys that handle the contracts for Kmart, Walmart, you know, because, you know, they have a guy whose job it is to go to Toy Fair and figure out what to buy for their store, right? So what happens is I was listening to them, right? Because they apparently someone found out who I was, and the guy came over to me, like the guy from Walmart, going, "Do you think this is worth it in the prices? What you think I should sell for? How much you think I get?" And I was talking to him like, "Don't you know this already?" He's like, "No." It's like, we buy it. Well, but then you got that guy who was like, "All right, well, we'll sell it at the high end, and then we'll just mark it down. We'll mark it down."
You just said it. You said, how much do you think I can get?
Yeah.
Because that's the reality of business now. How much do you think I can get? Not what is it worth, not what should I sell it for. How much do you think I can get? Yeah. Which is a shame. Because I mean, it's not. I don't expect the world to be Miracle on 34th Street. You know, we don't have that here. Send them down the block. But I do expect a little bit of, you know, a modicum of fair play would be nice, occasionally. My wife is knocking on the door. I have no idea why. What's up, hon? She ran away. She heard me speaking in serious tones, and she ran away.
Isn't that the story of everyone's life?
I've been married 20 years. I'm surprised she hasn't run further. She could have gotten away many times.
It's because you have the tracking device. That's why.
Yeah, no, it's because
that's how mine doesn't get away.
She doesn't want to leave the babies here, so she won't run from me because I have the babies.
And also, you don't sleep, so she can't do it in the middle of the night. So, like, sure, yeah, I'll just stay. It's easier to
say. I unpack the bag, you know. Oh, lordy. I have done several builds, Carlos, for Rob, where I built on camera, just built the stuff and then had him speed it up and do voiceovers and add music and stuff. And I have to admit,
he sent me a 45-minute video one time, I think it was. It was 35 or 40 minutes.
That was a bad Halo stuff, man. That was a hard one to build. 45 minutes.
It took me 6 hours to edit it.
And he watched it. He watched it all, Carlos.
I had to. I
just sat there staring at
it. Added music, a high-sped part, I edited out parts. Did I have to use audio from a different section to overlap something else?
See, here's a part I've never seen in a Lego set. It's a 2x2 for Lego aficionados. It's a 2x2 plate with a handle, that's a piece I will use in other sets. I'll use it for something somewhere down the line. That's something I would have to make myself or figure out a way to put two pieces together to make one.
You're going to reinvent the wheel.
Build. This is not bad. This is the best thing they had in the box so far. I actually have to work at this, which is odd. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to this feeling of not knowing what to do next right away. But now that's sort of also the fault of the directions, because the directions are not step by step. They're more, we'll give you some suggestions and you run with it. If you miss a piece, go back and try again. Oh, I need some suggestions on cameras, guys, because for some reason, Rob, I was telling Carlos before, my HD Logitech, my really good camera,
which is the same one that I have, right?
Yeah, the flat, the widescreen one.
Yeah.
It just will. The lab doesn't pick it up. I don't understand why.
See, I'm gonna have to test
That's
it out
on
when I'm.
Windows 7 and Windows 10. It's not just that it wasn't just a Windows 10 problem.
Next time we do this, I'll do it on the computer and I'll see how my camera holds up.
For anybody wondering why I'm staring off to the side, it's because these are my hands building these things over here. So I'm looking at my hands on camera and off. It's a trick of the light. Don't let it freak you out. Oh.
So right now,
Carlos, you've been doing this lab thing for more than a while. What are you finding is the most popular stuff on Blab right now? Is it the self-help stuff or the?
well, in the daytime, it's a lot about marketing and social media.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah.
And you get a lot of people who are really good, have a lot of knowledge in it. And then, I mean, that's primarily what that's about. There's some real estate. Like I was in one where it was about real estate and stock, or real estate versus stock. So a lot of business folks are trying to maximize.
Have you seen the morning Sunday bedtime one? This is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, look, it's a chat room.
Yeah, but
exactly.
people straight up though, you can understand that. Like, you do realize that people are now showing in their life that they don't give a rat's butt what they look like or what they feel about. When I was just checking in yesterday, I was showing actually Billy, who's actually I think listening to us probably right now. He's probably still in there somewhere, and I was showing him how Blab works, and we're looking in. And I was like 6 chats, and he's like a lady in the bed like this. So yeah, I'm doing the thing, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And you're asking, and there's like, the worst part is there's like 25 people watching it, and that's what bugged me out. I'm like,
but but if that's what people want to watch, why is that the worst part?
No, because it's like,
That doesn't make sense.
It just bugs me how it's nothing wrong with it. More power to them. But what bothers me about it is that, like, how boring is your life to listen to about 4 people you don't know. You don't know these people,
hold on.
and they were just talking about random stuff. Like just
you
random.
You gotta keep
stuff.
Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on.
Go ahead, Carlos.
So we're in a platform.
Yes, sir.
That is worldwide.
Yes, sir.
That people who live in a small town that probably never made a lot of friends because they have a certain way of thinking or being or seeing things or are inspired to be.
Go ahead.
Cannot relate with their locals.
Gotcha.
And now have access to the whole world and will find their niche.
Exactly.
And then sit down and chat in the niche publicly. It's a free niche. They'll do it publicly.
Niche is niche.
And if you walk into that niche or that conversation, it's just like being in a dorm room and you just happen to walk by, the metalheads room, or
that would be fine
room.
if it was true that it was just for this purpose, but it is not.
But there is no purpose.
This is why people.
That's
the purpose. I'm sorry, you're wrong. This doesn't have a purpose. This wasn't conceived with a mission. This is just a platform. How people use it for the purpose.
Exactly.
Yeah. What was the point?
Exactly.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the interview. You did an interview with who again, Carlos? Plug that interview.
There's a number of lives that I've done.
No, well, he's talking about the people who created this.
CTO.
In fact, I'm literally posting it right now.
Good.
Like literally.
If it gets up, if it gets live before we stop, link in the chat room.
It'll be live in
Pop a link in the chat room.
Seconds.
Because that's I want to watch that one because I really want to hear why, like, okay, you did
So
this.
to me, my problem is I
I
always see things as tools more than just an option. Just for,
But it is a tool. It is
I
a
get
tool.
that. And it's a very solid tool. I have no problem with that. But I just feel that when you go into yourself.
What? I'm sorry. Yeah. I know. You just wish it was. I don't know. I think guys like us, guys who do this kind of stuff almost for a living, or for somewhat of a living.
Let's go with that.
Sometimes we sometimes sneer at these things, and we really shouldn't.
No. I'm not sneering at it. I understand.
Oh, believe me, if you're sneering at it, then you don't get it.
No, I know. I think I do get it. I think I do get it.
I'm not, like I said, I understand why they were doing what they were doing. I'm just trying to figure out why
that's interesting.
Why, if they were if there was a topic, I can understand if there was like a topic that would say, hey, we're going to be talking about this. If you want to listen to us, blab about it. I'm cool with that. But when there's literally just
someone just sitting there talking at a camera.
And then I said, okay, let the girls talk, and now let me look at the feed of what people are chatting about. 99% of the chat feed was all spam. But people just
Yeah.
throwing.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
But again,
Yeah,
it's
like,
also a young. This is also a young platform.
Just go
And I don't think they're
on
figuring that
Sunday
out.
morning and look for any of these things I was talking about. You'll see it. I was like, let me see, okay, see if someone's responding to the girls or what they were talking about in their life. And the whole entire feed as I was cycling through was just like, oh yeah, you should check this out. That I did this. Oh, check this out. And it was completely just for that purpose. Or people saying,
So you're saying it was Facebook? You're saying it was
oh my god,
That's interesting.
no,
Look
it
at me.
was it was like Facebook, but like more.
Well, I think
It's like
that also.
it's Facebook where people, you know how people joke about Facebook, like the jokes about Facebook and how bad it is. Like it felt like that because I felt like, you know what, if you come into to spam somebody's chat that just having like just a chat where they're just talking, why would you do that? Like that's the part that bothers me, that I worry about. Like, you know, that,
again, that's that's human nature.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we have to deal with that with websites. Don't get me wrong. I know on YouTube or on our website when we get comments, you get tons of spam. That's just
I think the
normal, or
problem.
bots,
I think the problem that you're having is that you're trying to put some kind of logic to what's just basically an open platform to really be done whatever the public's going to make it out of or make it into.
Well, now, I think the fear
it's like having hold on. It's like putting like a bunch of Legos and you think it's really supposed to be one particular vehicle, but you manage to make it into something else.
And that's valid, but I think the fear Rob has, which I get, is that this will turn into another, 4chan, where nothing serious will happen. It'll just be a bunch of people sitting around cursing at each other in the comments.
Yeah, but that's up to the community.
Who needs that? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's my question is, where can this go that we can control? Like, most 4chans, for the most part, should have a monitor, some moderator, someone who can.
Well, there's a
guide
moderator.
it.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but Rob, I don't know if you noticed, but Carlos has been our moderator for this whole chat. Carlos has been in the chat room.
Okay.
He's been talking
So you guys,
well,
the problem is that you guys haven't. The thing is, you guys haven't participated in a lot of blabs.
Right.
So when you participate, you'll see that there's actually blab in itself is becoming a structured way of working on things. In fact, one of the moderators that I was in a room with, I think he's still here. I don't know if he left. Let me see. He might have left.
Fields?
Yeah, he might have left. Yeah, Mr. Fields, where are you? Are you there?
Well, we're down to 5. So.
Oh, there, yeah, he's still here. And Mr. Fields, hello, Mr. Fields. So today for overnight he was moderating a bunch of stuff, and it was crazy, but he was off screen moderating, controlling, who comes to the conversation and stuff like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different ways there's a lot of methods you can use this platform.
Yeah, I think Rob's confusing. I think Rob's confusing a technological platform with the people who use it. This isn't a website like YouTube where the owners or creators or have their hands in every aspect of it. They've created a platform and they say, hey, people, come and use it, which is a really brilliant idea. I'm very interested in seeing how this plays out as time goes on. And
wait till you see when it's not in beta.
Yeah, exactly.
A horrible situation. It could.
No, well, I don't think so. I mean, the tools that they're about to put into this thing are going to be above and beyond what we've seen.
What's do we have an ETA, like how we're supposed to be out of the beta?
No, I mean, dude, it's only 2 months old. They literally started, they just released the code, or they put it together in about a month or two, maybe 3 months, and then released it as a beta 2 months ago. So they let public access to it 2 months ago, maybe a little bit more.
Honestly,
and
I see the usefulness of this, especially of getting rid of Skype, getting rid of programs like that, because honestly, I cannot stand what Microsoft has done with Skype for the most part. A lot of the things that have happened with it. Take it easy. Let me finish. Is that I'm not saying you have a problem using it. I'm sick and tired that Skype's become the only place to go, I guess you should say, right? This become the norm. And problem is, then Microsoft will have its hand saying, "Oh, you can't use." You can't use any of the. Okay, sorry. You can't use any of the. I had great software that worked great. Then Microsoft said, "No, we're not going to let you do this because we don't want you using these because they're recording things. You can do what you want with it." That's my problem. That's what drives me crazy. And then they do crazy after this. And then apparently Skype was down today for most of the day. So that's people who I know guys who do podcasts and they do their podcasts religiously using Skype, And
I mean, I do
Skype
too.
just went,
In
and
fact, the
I know
episode
you
about
do.
the release uses Skype.
Yeah.
My thing is that
That's interesting. Why didn't you put on Blab?
How did you blab the Skype? The Skype to blab.
So hold on. So I'm interviewing the CTO of Blab, which
I don't
is
know.
this episode,
I feel that
and I used Skype.
any program that
It's okay.
facilitates communication and any program that allows people to do stuff without the need for $1 million in a production studio is a good step. Any software, any platform that wants to help people communicate and learn and teach has to have a place, and we have to try to use it. Because of things like Microsoft locking down their operating systems and making it harder and harder to install third-party software that they don't like, and Mac being as solid as it's always been, impossible to play around in unless you're a developer. We need stuff like this, and companies like Google who are developing inside of Chrome, showing us that there are ways to do things that we never thought we'd be able to do without paying $1 million.
That's why I'm surprised they haven't utilized more. I mean, the Hangouts option is cool, but Hangouts is also kind of limited in what they. I mean, Hangouts was great for me in Japan. When I was in Japan, I used it for a lot.
The only thing that stops me from Hangouts, and one of the things that stops me with a lot of the Microsoft stuff, is this one login bull. Where if I log into something, it's then almost impossible to log out of it. I use more than one email address than Gmail addresses. I use more than one Twitter feed, more than one Twitter handle. To be locked in because I've signed into Gmail, so now every browser I open, every window I open, I can't log out, I can't change it. It's ridiculous. I have to use 2 different computers for this.
Well, I think there's ways of just I never use Google Plus.
They make it very hard because they want you to do it their way.
See how good his audio was for 1 second because he moved so close to it.
To the
that
microphone.
one time,
You actually heard me for a second. Hey, hi, how's it going?
Well, that was so clear.
I thought I was clear. You guys should have told me.
No, you're clear, but not clear.
Not popping.
All right, so I just posted the interview. It's
Very
on the
cool.
bottom there.
Good. Aces. Is it live? Is the link actually a hyperlink? Yes, it is. All right. Nicely done. They didn't shut off hyperlinks. That's good to know. Well, sometimes you can do that in the code. You can shut off hyperlinks so that, no HTML, which would be obnoxious, which would be exactly the opposite of what I was just saying. A place to really do stuff. Let me get your opinion. We went through these build. We went through this box. You saw me build the pieces. You see what I come out with. What do you think? At a $25, $30 a month price point, if you're a Lego guy, is this the kind of toy you're going to say, go out and get it?
Honestly, diehard Lego fans want to build all kinds of stuff and always looking for the next thing to add to their builds. So I'm looking right there at Desert Sandy, more colored construction pieces that could be used for anything else. And also cannon fodder for extra figures. They will definitely do it. I know a guy who every Sunday he builds Legos, he posts pictures. He doesn't do videos. He doesn't feel confident with doing it as like a Lego build Sunday. So he'll just post his pictures. And I definitely know he's probably buying these already and using it for that purpose. And I can see just for the price alone, for $25, I know what these things cost, and you're making your money. You're not losing. You're definitely not losing.
Definitely not losing money. I will say, from my point of view, I agree with you that this is definitely a Lego aficionado's fun box, but there is a frustration factor that they have to watch out for.
They need to get licensed people. They need to get other companies to give them something.
Yeah, if he could get Mega Bloks on board, if he could get Lego on board, which I don't understand why he hasn't gotten Lego on board.
There's a company that does stack builders. They have the license with the WWE. And Ojos, which does all the sports ones. There's all the Mets, the Yankees, baseballs. I also think they have the license to the football and NHL. But I know they definitely have the baseball teams. I know that company. I have their contacts. They should contact them to put the blind packages. Just a little a mini fig build or something to throw in.
To bring it up one step.
That would help. That would definitely help. I mean, Nano Blocks throwing them a little bone is cool, but I feel that, like you said, Nano Blocks is not Lego fans and not these guys that do this. Also, there's plenty of third-party guys that make stuff for Lego using 3D printing. They could use the promotion alone. That if they could do those flyers.
I think he found his 1 or 2 companies that are working with him at the moment. Not that there's any company logos on anything besides Brick Loot, but I think he found his guys, and he's running.
Realizing you have to work with the guys that aren't that. You need that community, and they spend a lot of money on advertisement on Facebook. I'll tell you that much. They spend a lot of sponsored ad money on Facebook. I have not seen guys that do Die Hard Lego reviews. Have never seen them do more than one brick loot review, and that's because they want to get Lego parts. As much as that's cool, if they don't get Mega, they don't work with McFarlane, they don't work with Orhost, they don't work with Stack Bricks, or Sick Bricks, or whoever else, to get those guys involved. You don't.
Yeah, well, that's a perfect. You just brought up a perfect example. The Sick Bricks video game. How do they not have like a throwaway guy in there for that game? Every 5 seconds in that game, you need to scan in another character, or the game essentially just bums out. You can't do anymore. They'd be a perfect get for this box. I guess what you said is true. If you're a real Lego,
right, you have to have something to add.
Bricks, you can get more bricks this way. If you just want simple builds that are fun to just toss to your younger kids and let them mess with them, they're not going to be something you're going to keep on a shelf after you're done building it. It's not something that you're necessarily going to play with more than to build once and then break up and put in your collection. But for the price, it's probably worth doing.
Well, I also honestly believe another thing is that Lego fans, just like any toy collector or comic book collector, getting something you don't know what you're getting is awesome. It's like mini Christmas. Getting these subscription boxes are meant for one thing: mini Christmas for collectors. Let's just be honest.
Really?
Loot Crate, you don't know what you're going to get. Also, you open a box, you get Deadpool socks. I wasn't going to buy Deadpool socks, but I got them and I'm happy I have them
Who doesn't
now.
who doesn't want Deadpool socks just to have Deadpool socks?
My daughter wears this Deadpool socks I got to bed every day. She wears because they're meant for adults, so they cover up to her knee, and it's so cute. Like she's wearing her Captain America shirt, and she has a Deadpool socks, and she's like 4, and I love it.
You have a very cool daughter. Well, if anybody wants a brick watch, I could probably make that happen for you because I'm not wearing this thing.
You should definitely make it a giveaway as a contest thing for your Twitter handle. Like do something
we'll do that.
for
you know what, right, you're Rob. You know what, right, you're Rob. Oh, you know what, Rob, you're right. We'll set that up.
Yes, I am. Funny story. I
am
Rob. Just in case you didn't know.
Rob has come up with a very good idea. So when we post this video after the fact, when we re-edit it and we post it on YouTube, we'll set up a giveaway for a couple of the items that I've gotten through Brick Loot that may be of interest to people.
Yeah.
And that's a way we can get it to share off of YouTube. We'll do a sharing contest.
Yeah, share the video, retweet.
Yep.
First, they'd have to subscribe to your Twitter handle. We'll make that all work. We'll figure this out. This funny content.
You'll do all that in post-production, Rob. Thank you very much, because Rob does all my post-production. All post-production done by Alternative Minds.
And before I started,
because I don't know how. Yes,
before I started editing Chuck's videos, I actually had hair down to my ass, and my nose was smaller, and I shaved more often. So my wife has hated the fact that I started editing Chuck's video.
When you got out of SBA, you owned a comb as well. I think you've lost that over the years.
Completely. Now, if I don't get a blind box for razor blades or free combs and stuff, I don't do anything. I'm completely unkempt if I don't get free supplies. But
I want to thank both of you guys for hanging out with me tonight. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And who knows what we'll do next? You know what, Rob? The next toy you get that you want to look at and you want to share, invite us and we'll do a lab and you can put it out.
I have 75,000 inside. I have plenty of stuff to review right now that has to be reviewed.
Let's wrap this up before we go even further into the outer reaches.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out in the room. And we'll talk to you all soon. All right?
Yeah, subscribe.
Please. Good night, guys.